Okay. Well, today we're going to be doing our Kriya yoga session. And a lot of you, I assume, have watched those videos and have been working with this wonderful technique. It's a fairly simple technique, but the devil's in the details, I guess. It's the little subtle aspects of it, often many of them internal, that are key to the success of the practice of Kriya, and often the stumbling block in its practice. And I find the more you just simply do it with somebody who has some experience with it, who's obtained some degree of success with it, the more you tend to do better with it. You pick up those little subtle inner techniques that make you more successful. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And I will explain in some detail as we go through the practice, as we go through the different techniques. But I'm assuming you have some knowledge with it already, that you've been working with it, and that this is just a refresher. So, all right, if you would, you could go ahead and mute your on your end so that we don't have any feedback. And we will begin our practice with a 10-minute silent or a 5-minute silent meditation. Purpose of that is to interiorize our awareness, to calm our exterior mind, to make us more available for our practice. And as far as posture goes, it is good to have a straight back, unsupported by anything. It's good to be unsupported because if your back is supported by something, you tend not to feel those subtle currents of energy up and down the spine as much. So we want to be unsupported so that we can feel those subtle currents of energy going up and down the spine. We want to have our spine erect so that there's no kinks in the water hose, so to speak, of the Sushumna Nadi, so that the energy can flow smoothly up and down our spine. So we'll go ahead and I'll set a timer for 5 minutes. It will do 5 minutes of silent meditation together. And you can focus on your breath, you can focus on your heartbeat, you can focus on a mantra, but just be silent. Try to focus on awareness if you can. We'll go ahead and begin. Okay, we are at time for our silent meditation. Keep your eyes closed. We'll now do 2 minutes circular breathing. If you're not familiar with circular breathing, it's when you breathe in through the nose deeply and then out without any pause. So we breathe in through the nose, we'll breathe out. You may think of it as a hyperventilation sort of breath. So we breathe in through the nose quickly and out through the nose quickly, breathing deeply, filling up our stomach and our lungs, filling up as much as we can with air and out. So very deep breaths. And we will do that while flexing the perineum. And we may want to chant Om or Lum, L-U-M, at our root chakra as we do that. That will have the effect of helping awaken and stimulate our root chakra to prepare us for Kriya. So I'll set a timer. We begin. Okay, we're at 2 minutes. We'll now do what we call the breath of fire technique. Breath of fire technique is where we breathe in through the nose, pulling up the breath and energy from our root chakra up into our solar plexus. When we get to our solar plexus, we hold our breath. We do a throat lock, bringing our chin down to our chest like that, towards our chest. We hold the breath in the solar plexus. You may want to chant Om or Rum, R-U-M, at your solar plexus as you hold the breath. Chant at the spine because our chakras are in the spinal column. And just hold that breath as long as it's comfortable. Don't get uncomfortable when you're holding the breath, and then just let it out. So we breathe in, filling the stomach with air. We hold, throat lock. We chant our mantra. We breathe out. Breathe in. out. Allow your stomach to fully extend as it does. You don't try to hold it tight. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more for good measure. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, very good. That has enlivened our root chakra. It has hopefully unlocked the knot that can sometimes form at our solar plexus that traps energy there. It is now time to do what we call the victorious breath, a diaphragm breath where we breathe from the diaphragm up, filling our chest with air. Our shoulders expand back, our chest expands and fills with air, and we hold that. Do another throat lock when our chest is full. We chant Om or Yum, Y-U-M, at the heart chakra, which is the spinal column right here between the chest. So we'll do one as an example. We breathe in through the nose, pulling the energy up. We hold the breath and we chant our mantra. We breathe out. We breathe in. We hold and do our mantra. Out. One more. We breathe out. Okay, very good. We will now do the breath where we breathe in for a count of 20. We pause for a count of 20, and we breathe out for a count of 20. This helps regulate our thoughts and activate our pineal gland. It is breathing through the nose, breathing in deeply for a count of 20, holding for a count of 20, breathing out for a count of 20. If a count of 20 is uncomfortable for you, you can do a count of 15, you can do a count of 10. So I will be doing a count of 20, and we'll do 3 repetitions of that. So we breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Pause. Breathe out. Breathe in. Pause. Breathe out. All right, very good. So we have prepared ourselves to do our Kriya Pranayama. What we will do, and what I often like to do before I begin my Kriya Pranayama, is to do a few mental Kriyas. So we're doing what we do with the Kriya Pranayama, except not with the breath, but just mentally. So we bring our awareness to our spinal column at the root chakra, and we just move our awareness from our root chakra up through our sacral, up through our solar plexus, up through our heart, up through our throat chakra, up to our third eye, and up to the crown. And then we go back down with our awareness. Throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, root. We also may want to go through the chakras in turn, chanting Om at each chakra. So we start with the root chakra and chant Om. Go up to the sacral chakra, 2 inches below the navel and the spinal column, and chant Om. We go up to the solar plexus, about 2 inches above the navel, and chant Om. Go up to our heart, chant Om. Go up to our throat chakra, and we chant Om. Go up to our third eye, and we chant Om. We go up to our crown chakra, and we chant Om. And the purpose of doing that is to loosen any knots that we may have at the chakras that prevents energy, for our Kundalini energy, to move smoothly up and down the spine. If you are not having success with your Kriya Pranayama, it is probably because the Kundalini energy is getting stuck at one of the knots in one of the chakras, and it's not rising up to the Ajna chakra at the third eye and crown. So that's why we do that. That's why that preparation is important and useful. We will now do our Kriya Pranayama, which is where we breathe in through the nose. We pull the breath and energy up from our root chakra, up through our spine, through each of the chakras, up to our third eye. And when we get to the top of the breath, when we have gotten the energy going past the throat into the third eye, you may want to move the tip of your tongue to the soft palate of the top of your mouth. And what that does is creates a bridge between your throat chakra and your medulla, which in turn energizes the third eye. And so you all are probably familiar with that. We've talked about that before, but reminders are always useful. And then once you have paused briefly at the third eye with the tip of the tongue at the roof of the mouth and the energy concentrated in your third eye, if you choose, you may chant Om once or twice at your third eye, but then we let the breath and the energy flow back down through our throat chakra and our heart, all the way back down. And you want to, as much as possible, have your awareness not only on your spinal column, but you want your awareness in your spinal column. You want to, as much as possible, have your awareness concentrated in your Sushumna Nadi, in that channel that runs through the center of the spinal column. You can think of your Kriya pranayamas as a straw. You are pulling energy up through the straw of your Sushumna Nadi in your spinal column. And you want your awareness to be as internalized in that interior of the spinal column as possible. So that is a little preface for that. So we're in the spinal column. We're just not on it. We're going through the spinal column. Before we begin, we will simply do an invocation to awaken our Kundalini energy. By our great I Am presence, we awaken our Kundalini energy. We awaken Shakti and Kalima within us. And we pray that the gurus, the Kriya Yoga lineage, bless our practice and empower it so that we may achieve complete self and God realization. We begin. Breathe in through the nose. Be sure to tense your throat in your in-breath. That helps create suction. Breathe in. Do one more. Breathe out. Before we continue with our Kriya Pranayama, I wanted to pause and have an opportunity for questions, if anyone has questions regarding the proper way to do the Kriya. Does everyone feel pretty confident that they're able to do it properly? I assume we're all confident Kriya masters. So we will breathe in. We will do a total of 12. Let's do 12 more. Okay, very, very good. Sensing a little pain in the heart. This is one of those knots that can prevent the energy from going up to our third eye and crown. So when we find that the energy isn't really flowing smoothly past the heart, that we're not getting that little jolt of energy when we reach Ajna chakra, the third eye, you may want to leave off your Kriya pranayama for a moment and come back to the heart and do another victorious breath. We breathe in through from the diaphragm, breathing into the heart. We chant our mantra at the heart. Breathe out twice quickly. Once more. Our mantra. Breathe out twice quickly. Once more. Breathe out. Okay. We will now do the Jyoti Mudra. That is one where you put your fingers over the ears and over the eyes like this. I, however, am a bad Kriya yogi in that I hate that mudra. I have the hands on the face gives me far too much body awareness, which causes me my astral vision not to work quite as well. So if you choose, you can do the hand mudras on the eyes and ears. I will not be doing that, but we will breathe in 3 times. We breathe in, or we'll do 3 repetitions. We breathe in through the nose, pulling the energy up to our Ajna chakra, our third eye. We touch the tip of our tongue to the roof of the soft palate of the mouth, making that connection. And then we hold the breath and hold the energy at the third eye, chanting Om at the third eye for as long as is comfortable. Then we breathe out. That's 1 repetition. So we breathe in. We hold the breath and chant Om. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We breathe in. We breathe out. Very good. We will now conclude with about 5 minutes of silent meditation where you may chant Om at your third eye, or if you're called to, chant Om at your star consciousness center and crown chakra. You can move beyond the third eye through that star consciousness gateway at the hairline, which is a bindu, up through your crown chakra to the white crystalline light of Atman, of the higher self, the ultimate self of God union. We will spend about 5 minutes together in silent meditation, abiding in bliss and abiding in God. Mm. 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 It's useful to touch the tip of your tongue to the soft palate of your mouth for as long as possible while you do the Om mantra, by the way. Okay. We bring our awareness back to our heart, back to the body. We send all of our blissful, loving, God inspired energy to the planet Earth, to its inhabitants, to God, wishing all well, blessing them and sending them our love, sending the entire universe our love and gratitude. Okay. You can open your eyes.